Hello everyone. This is the first session. This is the first training session for the Red Box project. Let's start with the IDE. The IDE is the software that we always use for coding. In this case, I'm using Spider, and the version of Python is 3.8. So let's move to coding. The first function is print, and we need to use this format, hello world. So this is the code that we always start doing in any programming language, in this case Python. So I will run it, and we have hello world. Print is the function that we use to provide or to show information on the screen. So if we want to add something from the keyboard, we use the function input. We can put, we need to start working with variables. In this case, I will put the variable name will be name. So name will be a string, so this is not a integer or a float number. So we will put here input, that is a function, and we will use please provide me your name. So if we run this, please provide me your name, Juan. That's it. So how can we check that the variable has Juan in it? So we put print again to show the variable in the screen, and we put print name. In this case, we will run it. Please provide me your name, Jose, and you have with this line print name, you show the value that is inside of the variable name. So those are the two basic functions. If we want to collect a number, we can put number. No, I will put int number equal int, that is a function, then input, and we will put please provide me provides number. Please give me a number. So if we put that and then we print in number, we will see the next information. One, okay. Please give me a number 10, and you will see that this line will show the number. So if we want to know, in this case, what kind of information is related to the variable, we put print, we put type, we put the variable. I will do the same with this one, print, then type, then the variable int number. So we will have two different examples here. If I write down one, I have the value on the variable, but also I have the type of the variable. In this case, string, integer. Please give me a number 10. I have the value and the type class integer. That is the kind of this variable. We define it here with int. So if we have a float number, that is another value, another variable, and then we put float function float input. Please give me a float number. Then if we print float number, and also if we print type float number, let's see what happened now. So I will put it again. Name Juan, that's a string class. 10, that's an int class. If I put that number, that's a float number, right? So in this case, we have been working with print that show what you want to show at the screen, and input is the way that you can introduce information using the keyboard into the program. So there is some rules that we need to know about variables. I can put name as a variable and put it like an static number, but I cannot use 9x name equal 10 or 19, whatever. It is showing an error here because that's in invalid syntaxes. Also, if I use any symbol, that will give us also an invalid syntaxes. So you cannot start variables using symbols or numbers, right? So also you cannot put 10 equal name. That is wrong. That is wrong because um, the format is the name of the variable equal the value. So you never start with the value then the name. This will be another error. You can use this kind of variable name and that will work. That is not a problem. Underscore name, last name, for example. That will be undefined. Sorry, I keep here is something that needs to be added because this is a string. That the name is correct. This is this is a correct syntaxes. The only symbols and numbers are not the correct one. So what else? Variables. There is something related to a variable. Let's see, var1 equal 10. As you can see here, the var1 variable has 10 as a value, right? If I print var1 type var1, it will let me put comments. Comments are with the number sign. Okay. So hold on. Okay. We have var1 equal 10, right? And it is int type. So I can use bar1 now and put it as a Cardoza and print type bar1 again. First, it was a int class, now it's a string class, and I'm using the same variable. That means that in other programming language, you can have int var1 and then str name. That means that you are declaring or you are specifying what kind of variable are you using. In here in Python, you don't need to do that. As you can see here, we have var1 with an int type. That's why we have int type here. Then we have var1 with a different kind of value that is Cardoza, and now is a string class. But what happened with Python is that as soon as you have a value here, Python recognizes the best type for your value. In this case, if I have 10, that's 0, and I run this, automatically the Python is showing float now, because I increase, or the float numbers are the one that has that whatever, for example, that 34. So now is identified as a float. If I put here true, it is a bool class now. So it depends on what is the value. Python recognize the best option, the best type option for that variable. In this case, now as I put 10, it should be int now. So you don't need to declare variables at the beginning of the program. You just need to set it up with a value, and Python will establish the correct type of that variable. So you can use a variable, as you can see here, for int first, then below in another line it is a string, and I can use again the same variable and put it as a bool, and that's it. That is how Python works with variables. So here are the results. So before we finish, I just wanna show different type of information list equal. This is a list. It will contain different values inside of the symbols. In this case, we are using 1, 2, 3, 4. So if I print this, it will show list. I will type. So I will run this again. Now the type is list. The list can be different values. List equal. I can put an int number, then a float 1, 3.14, then a string Mexico, then another int value. So that means that it will show me different information, but at the end, let me put it here. We have list as a class, not the one related. I mean, in this case, we have, for example, let me put it here, something. Let me put it that. As you can see here, I'm seeing a different than the list. What I did is that, okay, let me put it another line here. Print type list. In this case, I'm I'm seeing that the type is list because I'm checking the type as a whole. So I'm checking all. In this one, I'm checking just one value. In this case, is the number 3. So this is index 0, 1, 2, and 3. So as you can see, 10 is an int. That is correct. If I put the same print type list and number 2, that is Mexico, it will show me a string. So here is a string. So well, that is all for today. I hope all this information will help you out to understand Python. So in case if you have any question, sorry, any doubt, just let me know. We are just starting working with training sessions, so I hope this information is new for you. And if not, you can just reply it and or check it just for fun. And let me know if you need something else during this time, these next days, and I will be more than happy to help out. So thank you very much. Have a great day.